All right, so I'm going to start things off with the Suns in 4 guy goes viral after a fight in the stands between the Suns and the Nuggets. First and foremost, what a time to be alive, right? But my thing that is the funniest part for me about that entire video was the Nuggets fan started the fight and then got his ass whooped.
Oh my goodness.
You can't start a fight and then lose. Like the guy had the Suns and 4 guy had him by the jersey and he was wearing a Jamal Murray jersey. Not that that matters. Just want to put the details out there. He has him by the jersey and he's uppercutting him. And he says to the guy holding the camera, "I'm beating your friend's ass." And then he goes, "Suns in 4."
Listen, I know
instantly he's a celebrity.
Instantly.
Yeah, I know I said that I wanted to see NBA players throw some hands, but these fans got hands too. Right. And that's just the epitome of it. Listen, look, if you're going to come to a game wearing the opponent's jersey, you just gotta be ready to fight because you know people are drinking. You know these guys are diehard fans, and you say the wrong thing, you're gonna end up on a meme, just like my Suns and 4 guys. So number one, shout out for him. Shout out to Suns and 4 dude.
Add this detail. They were in Denver.
That's a fact. I forgot about that. And then what happened? Devin Booker said, "Yo, who is this guy?" Right. Devin Booker was like, "Yo, I need that guy." Yo, shout outs to the Suns and 4 guy, man.
Listen, and it was funny because it was Jamal Murray, the Jamal Murray jersey guy, and then his homeboy, and he had his little gold shade on with the fist, and he was like, "Yeah, we here, we in Denver, what's up?" And then the Suns and 4 guy said, "Oh, word, y'all want to pick on me? Cool." Had him by the jersey and is uppercutting him with one hand, and his man's just backed away like, "Yeah, I don't want no smoke. My homie's on his own. I don't even want to do this with you." That's crazy. You got to pick better friends. You gotta pick better friends.
What a time.
I hope that guy trademarked Suns and 4. So like he's at least getting paid. You know what I mean?
You know what? That sounds like a t-shirt.
It does.
Yeah, it should be.
If he was smart, every time someone said Suns and 4, he would get a check. I don't know if that's what he did, but that's what he should have did.
How many times we gonna drop game on people and not get residual income off that game? Hey, listen, we need to start protecting the IP off this podcast because we've been putting up too many gems for some of these folks.
I need all my bags secured. Okay?
I need my bags. You know who else needs their bag? DeAndre Ayton. It's time to pay that man, and it's been time to pay that man. But we're talking about moment number 2. And the Valley Oop, that's what it's called, the alley-oop from Jay Crowder to DeAndre Ayton, the seal game 2 in the Western Conference Finals last year. I mean, just a beautiful play when you talk about the pass from Crowder over the top to Ayton. And it just goes to show you more and more reasons why the Suns need to take care of DeAndre Ayton, if you're asking me. I mean, that is a franchise cornerstone piece. Yeah. If you can lock him up with Devin Booker and Bridges, I mean, credit to James Jones, the contract that Mikal Bridges, maybe I was a little bit critical of it earlier on, but we're just seeing now how versatile he is on both ends of the floor. Absolutely. But that play from DeAndre Ayton to really just to win that game and kind of just show the world that the Suns are for real in that play right there. Huge moment. That's moment number 2. What do you guys think?
I agree. I mean, if that didn't solidify a bag for him, I don't know what was going to. I mean, that was probably one of the most clutch moments of that conference finals between them and the Clippers. And I just don't know how you see that type of productivity on the floor and just say, we're not going to pay him yet. It's crazy.
We're gonna hold off on this bag.
Yeah. And you know what that play reminds me of? I don't know if you guys remember. I don't know what year the NBA Finals that was, but it was when the Magic played the Lakers. And I believe there was an out of bounds play and it was an alley-oop to Courtney Lee. And Courtney Lee didn't make it. No, I think he did make it for the win, right? And that was the only game they won. It kind of reminded me of that play. And it's just really clutch. It takes a lot of hand-eye coordination and a lot of just like, you got to really be locked in on that play because he could have missed that, right? He could have missed that. He could have fumbled the ball so much. But shout outs to Ayton, man.
I think people underestimate just how hard an alley-oop actually is. There's a lot of timing that goes into it. I know it looks quote unquote easy when you think of like the mechanics of, you pass the ball and the other person. Like to anyone who's ever hooped, even at the bare minimum level, I'm talking like Pee Wee basketball, it's not that easy to do. Like, you literally have to be timed perfectly with your teammate to make that successful. So for him to do that in the clutch with seconds, not even half seconds left on the clock to seal that game for them, that was huge. Pay that man. Pay that man.
Right. Shout outs to Josh, our stat guy. He got me on the correction. Courtney Lee actually missed that alley-oop layup, and the Magic lost that game 2 against the Lakers.
You see what I'm talking about? It's not that easy.
Josh doing something right.
That's right.
Oh, God.
Shout outs to Josh. That's my guy.
All right, so event number 3, I got to go when LeBron kicked out the fan. I think it was like in November. The fan was talking crazy about his family. He went over there, took security to kick the fan out. And that was a huge moment for me because, like, once again, fans be fans. Have a good time, have popcorn, go on your dates, take the kids there, but never disrespect the players. And I feel like this year, more players have been, taking things into their own consideration by letting security know, like, hey, this person's talking reckless, get him out of there. So once again, shout out to LeBron. Because fans have to be fans. Like, players are humans. We can't be talking to them in a certain type of way and say, oh, that's their job. We're supposed to talk to them this type of way because they should be able to still do this and knock down shots. No, talk to them crazy, but don't disrespect them. So shout out to my guy LeBron for having zero, just doesn't care about the person. Get him out of here.
It's also
there's another side to this conversation because remember, Kevin Durant just got fined $25,000 for telling a fan to shut up and sit down.
He flicked them off.
Yeah, that was a few weeks ago.
Yeah, and you look at that game, and I don't know what the fan said. The fan told him to stop crying, right?
Oh,
but in my mind, I'm thinking, that can't be the first thing that fan said to him all game, right? There had to have been some type of ongoing dialogue. So where do we draw that line, right? Because as athletes, I can assume that there's only but so much you can be subject to from fans before you start to fire back, right?
Absolutely.
But at the same time, if you're not saying anything completely malicious to a fan who's saying things that are completely malicious to you, and then you got to get fined because this fan is talking out the side of his head,
right?
I don't. Where do we draw the line here?
I think in Kevin Durant's situation, it was more of the gesture. He flicked them off, and I guess obviously the cameras must have caught that. So it's more of like, that's an issue now for the league, right? And listen, I 100% believe that the fan just probably told him to stop crying. KD's sensitive and he's quick to clap back. So I don't think that I don't think they were going back and forth. KD loves a good clap back. I think in a situation with LeBron, allegedly they said something disgusting about Bronny, which I'm not going to repeat.
I remember that.
Get him out of there.
And here's the thing. Like, you can't just talk crazy about people's family members. I go back to the Garden when they were chanting Trey is balding and they were shouting, F you and things like that. And Trey was like absorbing. He's like, yeah, I'm here. What's up? Like, I'm loving it.
I'm gonna knock
fine.
it down.
Critiquing someone's appearance and something as trivial and juvenile as that is one thing. You don't disrespect someone's family, their children, their wives, their spouses. You just don't do it. And also, it's like a cardinal sin. You're courtside. Yes, you're in Indiana, but you're still courtside. You know what I mean? So for you to be courtside, to have that close of a proximity to some of the greatest basketball players in the world and in the history of the game, and you just make an ass out of yourself, like, it's embarrassing. Like, you should be embarrassed for yourself. So I'm 100% for LeBron removing them. I don't think it's sensitive at all. I think there's a line. Once you bring someone's family into it, all bets are off.
And stop playing the victim. Like, it's so funny. Like, when the fan gets caught, they're like, man, what did I do? No, you know exactly right. You know exactly what you said. Take your ass home.
Right. And then the girl, and I think her brother or her boyfriend, whoever that was with her, and she's like making a little like sad face, like, you look ridiculous, girl.
Right.
Like, you look dumb. You just got kicked out by LeBron James, courtside in Indiana. Like, you didn't win this battle. You lost it. You look crazy. So
listen, my message real quick to fans, y'all better enjoy these courtside seats and sharpen up, because soon they gonna make y'all put some VR goggles on. You ain't gonna be in the building no more. Stop playing. We done seen it.